Hi, I'm Lynn Nesbitt, one of the pastors at First United Methodist Church of Dothan, bringing you a good word. This good word is rooted in Paul's second letter to the church in Corinth. I'm reading from the 4th chapter. Therefore, since it is by God's mercy that we're engaged in this ministry, we do not lose heart. For we do not proclaim ourselves, we proclaim Jesus Christ as Lord, and ourselves as your slaves for Jesus' sake. For it is the God who said, "Let light shine out of darkness," who has shown in our hearts to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of God in the face of Jesus Christ. But we have this treasure in clay pots, so that it may be made clear that this extraordinary power belongs to God and does not come from us. On May the 25th, 1981, I was ordained an elder in the United Methodist Church. I knelt down and 2 bishops put their very heavy hands on my head and said, "Take thou authority to administer the sacraments in the Church of God." And I took vows that day, vows to give my life to spreading the good news of Jesus Christ. And I meant every word I said. But I was not always able to do the kind of job I thought I ought to be doing. Sometimes I just didn't have the gifts and graces. Sometimes I misread a situation. Sometimes I didn't try hard enough. I didn't do the job sometimes that I thought I should do. But this is what I've learned. I am not here to do the kind of job I think I should do. I'm here to do the kind of job God has called me to. I'm wearing around my neck the stole that 39 years ago today was placed around my neck as I was ordained. Now, what you can't see yet, but what I'm about to show you, is something that happened to this stole. Can you see the ragged edges? Over 20 years ago, when I was serving at another church, I had this stole hanging in the closet in my office along with my robe. And as some of you know, we wear different colored stoles depending on the time of the church year. So we could go for a fairly long time without wearing a white stole. And I went one Sunday morning to take this out. And no, this is not some toddler with scissors. Little mouse teeth made these gnashes in my stole. Some pink little mouse baby nestled in a nest that had pieces of my beloved stole. Now, a lot of things, if they get messed up, you can get another one. You can't get another stole that was placed on your body by the bishop who ordained you. But I've learned 2 things, one as a Southerner and one as a preacher. What I've learned as a Southerner is you can get through a lot of occasions if you'll look at them as good material for good stories later on. I've learned that. And I've also learned as a preacher, never pass up. Never pass up. A good sermon illustration and a lot of tragedies in life can be redeemed because they can be used to preach the gospel. This stole is in one sense ruined, but I haven't thrown it away because it reminds me that of all the promise at the beginning, things will happen I could not foresee. Things can happen that were not my fault. I didn't put those mice there. In fact, I didn't invite them in. But God can still use us. I believe that's what Paul meant when he said we have this treasure in clay jars, in earthen vessels. The New King James Version says, we have this unspeakably valuable treasure encased in a very ordinary thing, our own bodies, our own selves. And that's God's decision, not ours. And it is God's decision to use us, mice in the closet, eating sacred things. Our plans don't go the way we thought they would. Life happens in ways that we regret. We make mistakes or even sin in ways that we didn't realize we were capable of. But it is God who called light out of darkness to shine the light of Jesus in our hearts. and to use us anyway. Amen.